Hi guys, hope you're well. I wanted to do a quick video. This video is a very important video, or rather the timing of it is important. What I'm going to entitle this video is how to keep going in uncertain times. So how to fight through the fear with the current stuff going on with the coronavirus. It is a very, very worrying time. Maybe you're on a side where you think it's a bit overhyped. I think it is a bit overhyped in the media, or it's in the media's best interest to keep you running around like a headless chicken. But whatever side you're on, maybe you're sat there really freaking out. Maybe you haven't been out of the house. Maybe you're already self-isolating yourself and worried. I'm sort of somewhere in the middle of that, trying to keep a perspective on it. And the truth is, whatever side you're on, it's definitely uncertain times. We don't really know what's going on. And what I wanted to do is tell you what I'm going to be doing and just offer some help. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks and so on, what I've got to help you. And I just wanted to make it a short video. I won't go on and on, but I want to give you some help with how to keep going, how to stay positive, because with times like this, it can be very easy to start falling down into a hole where you get stuck. You get worse than stuck. You start freaking out and so on. So the first thing I would say, I'll stick with Amazon stuff because I teach Amazon stuff, but I've got some stuff coming up for you this week that will help you. The first thing that you want to do is, and I put this as last on my list, but I'm going to treat it as the first. So the first thing I would suggest doing is get serious. Get really, really serious with this stuff. I'm going to show you some examples of sites now, and I've been building a lot of authority sites for people. And it's really interesting when I'm working on my own sites and doing case studies and showing it. But when you're picking an authority site, when you're picking a niche out for someone else and you start working on it and it's just SEO, it's really interesting to me the amount of stuff out there. Like it takes ages to rank a site. You can't rank a site in less than a year, 6 months, and all of that stuff. And again and again and again, I've actually seen, and I'll show you some stats here, that that's not the case at all. I won't go on too much about how and so on just now, because I've covered it in video after video after video. The major setback points are like planning and the production, which I'll talk about. But what I'd say now is get serious in a positive way. So if you're at a place now where you're trying to make money online, and we'll stick with Amazon, but this applies to pretty much anything, get serious, treat it seriously. And what I mean by that is, what I would suggest, you don't have to follow this, but what I would suggest is try not to get stuck in the learning phase. Now, I've been teaching Amazon affiliates since 2011, so like 9 years. And in that 9 years time, I've seen people that do really, really well and don't need much help from me at all. I've seen people that do well that need a lot of help to begin with and then go off on their own. And I've seen people that struggle and can't get started, whether it's because of the learning curve or whether it's because of the application or whatever it is, okay? But one characteristic that I've seen the people that do well is eventually they just go off and they're just doing it. They've just got the ball rolling. They go through, maybe they've built a site and it hasn't ranked the way they wanted it to, and they just carry on and they just keep going. And out of the ones that they're building, they've got sites working for them. So what I'm talking about with the get serious is not in a negative fashion, like get serious and start wearing a uniform and start really, being like a dictator sat there on your computer. But I'm saying don't keep buying Warrior Special Offers, JVZoo, and I know that might go against it. If you enjoy this stuff and you're just doing it for recreation, fantastic. And you don't have to take my word for it either. If they're working for you, carry on. But be aware, and as a marketer myself, I have to be careful, but be aware that building a product, an auto content builder or article spinner, probably benefits the marketer more than it ever will you, because it's very easy to sell. You know, when you've got someone like me telling you to write masses of content because it's the only thing that works, it's not very sexy, it's not very attractive, and most people turn off the YouTube videos because they don't want to be told that. They want something easy. I'm suggesting to you, because a lot of you that watch my videos have actually been following me for a long time, I'm suggesting to you that there is no easy way of making money online that doesn't require content and work. Okay, I know you know this, but get serious with that. Choose to accept that. And the second thing is, once you're serious, so get away from just the learning, okay? Learn as you go. Find out what you need to know as you go, rather than getting caught going through masses of courses, masses of material. I've actually got something for you, so I won't break the video up. I've got some more stuff, but I've actually got something for you, an offer for you below. You'll find it in the description. And what I've done is reopened up the Flipper Challenge. And this is a really, really good offer because for two things. One, it's the quickest way to make money with Amazon affiliate sites. So if you're sat there, you're worried, I recommend that you put your heart and soul into this. And you might say, well, Chris, I don't really want to start buying courses and so on. And I get it, so bear with me. This Flipper Challenge will take you from nothing to making an extra $200 to $1,000 in just 14 days. Or more, depending on how long it takes you to do the stuff. If you're a complete beginner, you've never built a site before, it might take you a little bit longer. If you know what you're doing, it will be really, really quick for you, okay? There is content creation involved, so you will have to work like all the stuff I say, but just a little disclaimer there. You will have to work at this. You don't have to do masses and masses of work. But if you're sat there, if you're worried about the stores shutting down, if you're worried about groceries, if you're worried about toilet paper going, one of the best things that you can do now is just knuckle down and focus on what you can do and not worry so much about what you can't change. And one of the best ways, if you need money now, this Flipper Challenge, I put a full guarantee on it. If you do this stuff, it doesn't work for you, I'll give you a full refund. And I'm not saying, and it's only $4,000. I'm saying you pick the price. Okay, so check it out in the description below. Watch this video to see everything. All the content's in there ready for you to go through, so you can start it at any time, and it will take you from nothing to actually getting something out there that you can sell as an asset. And I show you why it works in the video. I actually show you it's because we're picking the niche in a certain way, we're building the site in a certain way, and they're the main things, but also we're doing the listing in a certain way so it actually sells. And again, I'm so sure that it'll work for you if you follow it exactly the way I teach, that I've got full guarantee on it. And you pick the price. All you have to do is click on this button. It's a bit weird, I know, but watch the video and you can enter your price. All you do is select your currency. So if you're in the US, you just go US dollars there and you can pick the price. If you think it's only worth $10 or $100, there's 100. If you think it's worth 10. Just one thing on the price, because I've had this and I didn't think it would happen, but I've actually had this. Don't send a penny through. If you think it's worth a penny, don't buy it, okay? I actually had someone send a penny through and I don't mind, but the PayPal fees cost me to actually, so you know, I'd rather give it away for free than actually get a penny for it, because I think it charges me about 3 pennies. If you send me a penny through, it costs me 3 pence to actually send you the course, and I don't want to have to pay to send you the course. So within reason, okay? Just watch through the video. How much is an extra $200 to $1,000 worth to you in the next 14 days? Something that you can replicate and do again and again, okay? I'm not going to keep hamming it up and selling it. Check out the video here. It will guide you through everything that you get. I think it's one of the best things that you can do, and if anything, if you actually follow it, it will give you a distraction while you're incubated at home. It will give you a distraction to actually go through, and you'll see exactly, watch the video and see exactly how it works. You get loads of extras as well. You actually get my 30-day Do It With Me course, Speed Builder templates for the content so you can get going faster, ASON Problem Solve webinar, the Traffic Secrets and the Get Results Facebook group, and the Flipper course as well, and you get to pick the price. So do check that out below. I've put the timer on that, and it's currently set at 2 days, 3 days, okay? So check that out below. Back to my suggestions. So get serious, and what all I mean by that is don't just focus on learning this stuff. Don't get into a thing where you're just learning, just going around the same thing. Best way to look at it, okay? And this is just being real with you and just trying to give you my best. I'm not like slating anyone or anything like that. Look at your past 5 years, and in those 5 years, what's changed? And don't knock it or anything, just write it down. Has anything changed? And then look at what you've done in those 5 years, like collectively. I don't mean every single day, because that would be crazy, but just collectively, what have you been doing? And if you've just been buying up JVZs, Warriors Special Offers, products, look at the actual stuff that you've got out there. If I said to you now, send me everything you've got, all of your websites, how much content's it got on it, what could you send me? And if you're just sending, even this is important, okay? I'm on about, just with the Amazon stuff, I'm on about real websites. So you could actually say, here's a website I built. It's got 50 pages on. I've written all the content myself. They're 2,000 words each. It's got good SEO. It started to rank. I'm not on about push button site builders, because that's not really anything. That's just a thing that scrapes the content from Amazon. I'm not knocking them, but you click a button. I can create a 100-page site in 2 seconds as well doing that. I'm on about stuff that you've worked out. Look at that and don't get down about it, but now you've got an opportunity with all this stuff going on to really get serious with this stuff. And it brings me to my second point, planning. Okay, I won't spend ages on this. I'm going to show you some sites, but planning. Once you've decided, okay, I'm going to do this, plan. Actually get a plan together. That Flipper challenge that's in the link below is a fantastic plan to get started. Even if you don't know how to build sites that you're going to build for income, you could start following the Flipper plan and say, okay, my plan is I'm going to follow this Flipper challenge to completion. I'm going to do everything Chris says, and I'm going to make an extra $200,000. And the best thing is, I've just said pick a price. So if you think it's only worth $1, it's like a casino. I get it. When you buy an online product, you don't know if it's going to work for you. You don't know whether you're going to have time. But people will put more into a fruit machine than they will invest into themselves. Okay. People have got fitness equipment, rows and rows of books on the bookshelf that they don't read. All I'm asking is that you follow that Flipper challenge to completion. It's one of the best times to do it because you've got the time. Things are uncertain, so it gives you, instead of getting negative and down and like, oh my God, focus will take away a lot of the fear, because if you're focused on something and you're going forward, it's hard to stay in the same place. Okay, so get a plan, even if it's following the Flipper challenge, or if you know how to build the sites, pick some sites that you're going to build and get a plan down so you're actually moving forward. My next point is production. Okay, what I mean by that, almost like this is all the same stuff, but production. I'll show you some sites now, but focus on the production. If you're going to build the sites yourself, focus on the production that you're doing. Don't get caught into a thing where you're just planning and just planning and just planning. This stuff comes down to the bare basics. And I'll give you the best analogy. Getting fit, and you can get all those ab crunchers and all the exercise equipment and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on it. This stuff is exactly the same. The stuff that you need to do, just with Amazon sites, but it goes with anything, the stuff that you actually need to do is very, very simple. Okay, when you break it down. Content. It's hard to do, okay? So the things to do are simple, like Jim Rohn says. The things to do are simple, but it's hard to get them done. Writing content is simple, but it's hard to do because it's boring, okay? I'm the first to admit that I've written masses of content. It's not the easiest to get and sort of sit down and do. So it's that plan, so you know how much you're writing, and that consistency of getting it done. So get serious, decide, which is just another way of saying decide properly. Plan, get a plan down that doesn't overwhelm you. Just a plan for this week, tomorrow, Monday. Let's say Monday to Friday, what will we have done at the end of the week? Okay, even if that's starting on the Flipper challenge and building a plan within that, but get a plan down so you know what you're doing with the production. Not going through courses and courses, it won't move you forward. Okay, I'm only saying that because I'm willing to bet that a lot of you that follow me already know what you need to do. If someone put a gun to your head and said, right, you need to make this much money with Amazon sites, if you followed me for any amount of time and watched my stuff, you probably already know what you need to do. So it's just getting that down, making the mistakes, not second guessing yourself, and getting something up and out there that will start to produce for you with that consistent content that you need. Last point, and then I'll show you some sites because I'm quite excited to show you this. I'm going to borrow this one from Grant Cardone. You've probably seen him. I think he's awesome. A bit crazy for some people, a bit sort of no nonsense style, but I quite like that. A bit sales for some people, but one of the things you've probably seen is 10x rule book. I'm going to adopt that for this and give you, with Amazon sites, I'm not saying do 10 times more, but with the content part of it, at least do 5 times more than what you think. So if you're going to just put everything you've got into a site and build a 10-page site, build a 50-page site. Okay, it will take you longer, I know. But the reason I'm saying that to you is you're far more likely, I'll show you some sites and I'll tell you how much content they've got on them, okay? and the rankings and so on. But the reason I'm saying to not 10x but 5x, 6x, 7x is because without a doubt with the Amazon stuff, people that know what they're doing, that are starting out, that know what they're doing, the biggest thing that stops them is they just don't get enough out there consistently. Okay, so if you've got a site out there, it's a push button, it's just not going to work. Not in my opinion, based on building hundreds of ClickBank sites that rank via SEO, hundreds of Amazon affiliate sites, lots of SEO for companies as well. It's the content. I'm not saying the content's the be all and end all, but it has to start with the content. Even before you do the social media and sort of maybe content curation where you're using your content on different platforms, you need the content first. So if you're just trying to do this stuff and you've written 10 articles for a site, it's hard work, I know, but it's probably not going to be enough to give you groundbreaking changes. So try and do at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times more than you think you should. And what you'll notice is when you look at your stats, if you're able to keep that up, it will grow quicker than you think. I'll just show you some stats as well. Okay, first one, you've seen a lot of this one, the 8K TV site, actually building this up for a client. Is doing well in a very, very competitive niche. You know, got a lot of position 1s on Google, so you can see there it's ranking number 1 of Google. This is all first page stuff. Lots of phrases, 717 key phrases, starting to get more clicks through, 221 clicks, 27,000 impressions, average position of 48, and there's not been that much work done on that site. In the scheme of things, it's probably got about 30 pages of content on that site, a lot of them keyword based and so on, and that's a very, very, very competitive niche. Okay, and it didn't take that long to start seeing traction on that site. I'll just show you another one that I'm working on as well, an authority site. Okay, so this one I'm going to strip out some information, just the keywords and the site address. The only reason it's a client site that I'm building, it's actually an authority site, but I want to show you the stats so you can see the important things here. Okay, so like clicks and impressions and position. This site has got about 15 pieces of content on at 2,000 words a piece, and it's starting to rank and starting to push up. It's had 33 clicks, 1,059, is that right? 1,059 impressions, and average position of 71, and starting to push up. So it's not going to be a groundbreaking site with this much content, but this site is new. Okay, this site started work in the last month and a half, and it's starting to rank and starting to push up. So you don't have to wait months and months and months and months to build a site up. You just need real content, and you need to know. So the last thing I'll say without making the video a monster long video, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know not just how to write content, but you need, as I've covered for years, for 9 years now, the SEO, the content, the interlinking. And there'll never come a time where you feel comfortable doing it. If you're new at this, there'll never come a time where you'll be absolutely a master at it until you start doing it, and until you start getting sites out there that make mistakes, don't build up as quick, and start pushing forward. And there's no better time than now with all the uncertainty working online. I've got some stuff coming that will help you if you want to go another route as well. But I just wanted to show you that. And give you those suggestions so you can start moving forward. Don't get down, don't get overwhelmed, which is really, really hard at the minute. I dare say turn the news off for a day and give yourself a rest and start planning and pushing forward, because otherwise what happens is you just go into a whirlpool, like a never-ending spin, going down, down, down. Keep yourself loads of water, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself as positive as possible, and use it as a thing to, if you've been struggling with this stuff, really decide to make it work, and start pushing forward. Start doing a little bit every day, and it will take your mind off all this horrible things going on in the world, because I am sympathetic to them, but you know, I'm just trying to help you if you're trying to look after yourself and stay healthy. So do check out the Flipper Challenge if you want to join us. It's all ready to go through. You can do it at any time, so you could go through the Flipper Challenge and sell one site. You could go through it a few times in a row if you needed some extra money. It's one of the best things that you can do. Really, really dedicate yourself to it and do the stuff, okay? Make sure that you're doing that production thing. Longer video. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. And I've got some more stuff coming that will help you with this as well. And I've also got some free stuff coming as well that will help. But if you want to join us on the Flipper Challenge, check it out. The page is in the description. You pick the price. Watch this video if you need a full overview, more than I've given you in here. And you pick the price and you can get in straight away today. Okay guys, I'll speak to you soon. I hope that made sense, and I hope it helps. That's not just a like do this from the master Chris. I'm not a master. You know, I'm trying to learn myself, and I'm trying to learn as I go. These are the things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be getting more serious. I'm going to be planning better. I'm going to be managing my production better, and I'm going to do more to help you guys. So these are the same things that I'm following. We can only muddle through, but I hope it's helped you. If you're in a bad spot, giving you some focus, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers for watching, guys.